Winning's fun. I think that, we've been improving. It's only our second game. I think that we've showed improvement every game, but we just have a lot to work on still. And, but the future is bright.
Had at least one player out every game. Tonight it was Paris.
Just imagine our practices. It's funny because last year we had so many players. I was like, oh, this is way too many players. It's like so many people. And then like we're opposite this year. We had like the right amount of players that I wanted. And then we've just had so many random things, like a lot of different small injuries, COVID, the flu, like, Lauren cuts her finger, she's out. Mary was out. It's just random stuff that I think it's one of the reasons why we're a little bit behind.
And what was with Paris tonight?
So Paris had a really bad headache, and so for me, it's just the timing and where it's at. I just figured it's not worth playing her today against, CSUN today, and just rest her, get her better, have her ready for next weekend. We have 2 games, so we could have probably pushed and played her, but if she's not feeling well, I don't think she's gonna be her best. And it started in shoot around because she was gonna play when shoot around started. Then she kind of sat out shoot around, not feeling good. And then, we're always cautious when it's a week after a concussion because any residual effects, it's not worth playing them because then they've shown, like, they've done studies, and when you come back fast, then you end up being out longer versus shutting someone down for a couple of days until they're symptom-free. So, yeah. She was going to go home for the game, but she felt okay in the game, but I think the noise was a little bit bothersome. So hopefully she'll be back next week.
So big debut for Maya here. She comes in and she does probably what you expected of her ideally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, the really good stats. I think in 21 minutes or 22 minutes, 3 for 5, 8 for 9 from the free throw line, which is really good. Helped our percentage for sure. And then 4 rebounds. How many blocks? She had 3 block shots. I mean, that was a lot. She had half of our block shots. I think she played really well, and she's learning and getting better every game and every day in practice.
For both of you, the speed, especially on defense, how are you adapting to that in college?
I feel like that's my biggest struggle right now. The idea make sure is that like we pick up full court, so just like turning and just getting used to the movements. I'm still working on it, but I feel like I'm getting better every day. So, yeah.
So what we're working on is I love her energy. I love how she's happy when she scores. I love that. But then you can't take 2 seconds and be like, woo, and then your man, this is the Kaylin. She scores a really hard basket. She's like instant offense. She scores, she's like, woo, and then her man is starting to dribble up the court, and then she has to go find her man. But she's ready. She's celebrating, all right. So we're working. That's their freshman stuff. I tell you, the best thing about sophomores is they're not freshmen anymore. So the freshman year is supposed to be like peaks and valleys. So but they're both getting better every day. I think the pace is different. I think Maya's going to have to guard on the perimeter, guard inside, because I don't want to just keep her under the basket. So she's going to play a lot of versatile positions for us. So getting used to that, getting used to trapping or hedging and running back, getting used to close out on players like Mary. I know that are like 3-4s. And then Kaylin picking up full court, turning people, playing with a faster pace on offense. That is like, in high school, it's very different. And the players aren't as good, aren't as fast, aren't as athletic. So just getting used to that, it takes time. And we have a tough conference, and they haven't seen anything yet. So just me, as a coach, as our coaching staff, we want to push them. And it's not about the other teams, it's about us doing the little things so then they're ready when the Pac-12 comes.
How do you feel out there when you went out on the court for the first time?
It was like a dream come true, I've worked my whole life for this. Arizona, at the end of the day, was my dream school. I see my future here, and I was just really excited to finally take the court in front of McHale fans. So, the atmosphere was electric. It was great playing with my teammates out there and getting the win, so yeah.
Did you talk to your brother at all today about the playing today? Or?
No, I didn't know. He had his own game, so he's kind of busy and locked in too.
I forgot it's the first real game because we've only played 2. Mm-hmm. Wow. It's already felt like a long season so far. No, I was kidding. Yeah, that's true. It's like because I forgot she didn't play last game. So yeah, it's the first real game.
So Kaylin, this was your second game that you had double figures. In both games, it seemed like as the game wore on, like if we hadn't paid attention to what you were doing, we may not even have seen that you scored that much because you seemed to get more points in the third and fourth quarters, I think, in both games. What is that for you? Is that just that at that point you're feeling it, or your teammates are you're getting in position at that point, or?
It's more so just me feeling it. You know, I work my butt off. So just seeing like everything, like it's just energy for me. Like once one goes in, like the next is gonna go in. And that's just my mentality, and it just keeps going from there, really. So
You didn't know how many points. You didn't see her celebrating after every basket. Come on, you see her celebrating. You know. No, but I do. You know what I do love about Caitlin? Her work. Both of these young women, they work really hard. I think that's a separator. So whatever deficiencies they have now or that aren't their bright spots, we're going to work at them, and they're going to work. So those areas will improve, and that's what I like about them a lot and respect. So I think learning the game and just understanding it, understanding like when to be aggressive, when not, or when not to reach. I think those are things that are teachable. But like, you know, you can't teach someone to just have instant offense or be a really gifted scorer. You can teach defense or positioning or how to like close out a little bit shorter. Those are things you can teach. So I think they're just going to get better and better, and I'm excited about the future of the program with these two.
Fouls tonight. I mean, not just on your freshmen, but some of your experienced players tonight. What did you think was going on?
Out of position. I think, you know, when you foul 24 times and you're out of position, like you're going to foul. So I think we talked a lot about that and just getting better defensively. Like we didn't even run good offense. We scored 87 points. So scoring isn't the problem, but defending is an area we have to get better in. So I'd say positioning one pass away, positioning on the ball, you know, footwork on closeouts. Those are their habits, and it's like hundreds of hours of repetition. And we're going to work on that because we're not in the stance a lot. Like we're standing up or we don't jump to the ball. And then those are when your fundamentals aren't good defensively or solid, you foul and you're out of position. And I think also like Maya can block shots around the rim, but it's like we don't have other shot blockers. So I don't want guards going for block shots. Like it's a foul every time or reaching in. Like those are things that aren't. That's not stuff we do. So I think being disciplined is a really important part of having a successful defense.
Did you see the defense improve from the first game?
I did. You know what I saw today? So while I thought we had better pressure at times on the ball, our rotation has improved. So like you saw, it might be slow to rotate, but you saw us kind of rotating out, running some people off the three-point line. Like we didn't even rotate in the beginning because we just didn't know how to. I think our communication has to improve more. And that's kind of, some of that is from 7 new players. It's a lot of new players. And I think when you're young and you're not sure, you don't know what to communicate. So I always say it's better to be, if you're silent and right versus loud and wrong, it's better to be loud and wrong. Because then you're doing it, then they're wrong, but they're doing it on the same page. Whether you're right and not saying anything, then you're both not on the same page. So I think communication, that comes from confidence, that comes from repetition, and you fall back to your habits in basketball. That's kind of the way it is. So we have a lot of work to do.
You guys have taken a lot of free throws the first 2 games.
Thank
You know,
goodness.
just talk about that element of you guys.
That's great because we didn't usually take a lot of free throws. I think usually it was Shayna going to the rim. I think as Mary offensive rebounding, I think with Maya rebounding inside and us giving the ball inside, we're really trying to emphasize giving the ball inside. And we're doing better. We're still not great at that yet. And then we don't have to shoot it if there's 3 people. But movement, like we got a little bit better today at movement while the ball was inside. So we're a team that should get to the free throw line with our personnel and all the scoring we have. But it's just converting on those shots. So I was really happy with today our free throw percentage, 25 for 30, 83%. That's good because those are free shots. And I think a lot of that was, Maya 8 for 9. I mean, she shot 9 free throws in 21 minutes, 22 minutes. So that's really good.
Lamaya had 4 steals tonight.
Yeah.
Her defense, she's also got long arms, and it seems like she was deflecting a lot and really getting into those passing lanes. What did you see from her?
Yeah, I thought she did a really good job. I think I was looking for her to bring us energy. And right now it's a hard position for Lamaya because she's having to play some 4, which for us the 4 isn't the 4 because it's 4 and 5 out. So it's just like another guard. But she has to match up against a stronger player, and she's long and lean. She's not super physical. So I think she's done a great job with adjusting to what we've needed. And, with Lauren wear out, we have to play someone smaller. So Maddie, Helena, and Lamaya are the ones that are doing that. And I think that's been good because they can shoot it. And Lamaya's really athletic. She can get out. She can press the ball. I mean, she's fast. Like when she runs, it looks like a gazelle. It's effortless. So I like that about her. I think just the thing today that kind of discouraged her, it says 1 turnover. I think she had a couple more turnovers. And I think that's deflating because she's been doing a really good job of taking care of the ball the last 2 games. So, she's getting better too. Lamaya, because they have a Maya, Lamaya, and they both go by Maya, but now Lamaya goes by Lamaya. She's really picked up stuff fast, and she's able to understand faster. So I think she's been someone that's picked up our defensive positioning pretty well. So I think she's going to do better. I think she's lost a little confidence. They missing like that layup. I think she did some really good things. I thought she played well.
Yeah, I noticed that there was I think it was in the second quarter when both of you were on the floor at the same time. You both trapped together. What's that like for you to work with her on doing those types of things?
Oh yeah, I love playing with Lamaya. Whenever we like work on plays together, we call it like twin tuition because we call each other twins because we have the same name. We're wearing the same shoes, so we love playing together and we have good chemistry on the court, and we're always on the same page. So yeah, it's fun playing with her. She's a great defender. She's a great slasher. She hustles hard. She's just a fun person to play with, and her energy is so contagious. She's always smiling, always positive. So yeah.
How was
You
she
got-
when she was banging